Hi there, this is Reverend Gary Kennedy with today's Spot of God. What I'd like us to think about is the question, what happens after Easter? During the season of Lent, we've spent a lot of time preparing for Easter, preparing our hearts and our minds through scripture and study and worship and preaching. And then we come to Holy Week, and what a wonderful week that was. But what comes next? I'd like to share with you that what came next for some of the disciples is that the Jesus who rose from the dead was appearing to them in small groups, large groups, and on one occasion walking to the community of Emmaus, he was with two disciples. And Scripture says that he hid his identity from them. They didn't know who he was. And he began talking to them about the Scriptures. And then later on, after revealing himself to them, they talked about how their hearts really came alive when he was explaining Scripture to them. And then they understood a lot more of what the Holy Week events were all about. So I think for us, what comes next is Scripture. As we get back into Scripture, reading the stories, we see what happens next for the disciples. We see what happens next for the early church. My suggestion for you, this Spot of God, get back into the Bible, follow up on the Easter story, see what happens in the development of the young church, and then know what your place is in all of that. Because God will have something for you, and that's exciting, and that's wonderful, and that's the next part of the story. May God bless you.